Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you a horror film, Death of Me. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The movie opens up on a beautiful island in Thailand. Its inhabitants have a unique culture, and they are about to celebrate their festival. At the same time, the radio broadcasts that a powerful and violent storm is about to ravage the island. One morning, in one of the island's tourist houses, a tourist couple, Christine and Neil, are sleeping in a messy position. She wakes up, finding herself full of dirt, and she seems in a confused state. A local farmer passes by and delivers them fish. She looks at her necklace, and she suddenly wakes up her husband, who is sleeping on the floor. Suddenly, she realizes they are late for their flight. Neil also finds himself dirty. They then wonder what happened last night. Eventually, they ride a cab towards the ferry station. There they can ride a boat to the mainland. As they arrive at the station, they find their passports are missing. The station attendant refuses to let them ride the boat without an ID. The boat had already left as they search for their passport, taking away their luggage. The attendant instructs them to come back for another boat later and assures them that their luggage will be kept on the other side. Without a choice, the couple stays back in their tourist house. There the couple wonders what happened to them last night. They then check Neil's camera, and they see themselves drinking in a local bar. The waitress offers them a drink, and they drink it. After that, the waitress gave Christine the necklace, which she is now wearing. Christine then slowly gets into a hypnotic state, and the footage ends. In the next footage, the couple walks into a dark grass field, and they do a smelly workout. Neil slowly chokes her to death. As she is lying dead, Neil proceeds to dig the grass field and buries her into it. Back to the present, Christine gets upset with Neil after watching the footage. Neil explains that they were drugged. She finds bruises on her neck, which proves that the choking really happened. Right then, she vomits dirt and grass. She asked for help, and Neil comes to help her. The house owner, Samantha, and her daughter arrive to check on them. As Samantha sees Christine's bad condition, she advises the couple to see a local doctor. There, a local doctor checks Christine's mouth. The couple reports to the doctor that a waitress lets them drink a substance, which possibly caused Christine's strange vomiting. The doctor replies that the waitress possibly gives them corpse oil, which results in Christine's hallucination. The couple insists they are not hallucinating. To prove it, they show the footage to the doctor, where Neil is choking Christine. However, the doctor refuses to believe their smelly bullshit, thinking that they are only acting. As they are talking, Christine sees the local children's mouths and eyes are shut while waving at her. The doctor gives Christine some prescriptions, and they leave. The couple walks back to the beach, and they decide to eat at a cafeteria. The waitress stares at Christine's necklace, and the owner suddenly pushes her away. Christine gets crept by the necklace and decides to remove it from her. The locals wearing different masks pass by. Apparently, they are celebrating the Mystery Festival. As Neil appears to be interested in the festival, Christine gives him permission to leave, so he can take some photos of the masked locals. He then follows the Mystery Festival parade, leaving Christine alone in the cafeteria. Christine feels nauseous again, so she comes to the restroom. There a snake comes out of her mouth. Meanwhile, Neil sees a statue looking like Christine's face, and he takes a photo of it. Suddenly, a local man snatches his phone away. The local man frantically deletes the footage where Neil is choking Christine. Neil manages to find the local man and get his phone back. He rushes back to the cafeteria, searching for Christine. The owner tells him that she's in the bathroom, but Neil does not find her there. He only finds Christine's bag. The owner sees Christine's necklace, and he takes it away. In the meantime, Christine is lying in bed while surrounded by creepy-looking women. The women's eyes and mouths are sewn together. They get blood from themselves and put it into her eyes. Later, Neil is still searching for her. The cafeteria owner reports that they have already found her. He then rushes to get her, and he finds her lying on the street. She's unconscious, and the necklace is back to her. Neil carries her until she regains consciousness. Her arm is full of blood, and she wonders how the necklace gets back to her. Neil asks her what happened, but she's reluctant to reveal it, thinking that Neil might believe she's crazy. Neil comforts her, and she tells him the whole story about the creepy women and their ritual. Right then, Christine sees the bar waitress who gave her the necklace walk out of a tattoo shop. The waitress sees Christine, but she runs away for some reason. The couple then enters the tattoo shop, and Christine asks the tattoo artist about the waitress. The artist's son appears to be sick, so the artist tells him to rest. Christine shows them the necklace, and the tattooed bald man suddenly hugs her happily. Weirdly enough, the bald man thanks her before leaving. The tattoo artist says that the necklace was a special gift for Christine, since she's a celebrated guest. After Neil gives the tattoo artist some money, the artist reveals the waitress location. But the artist warns them that the waitress bar is not for Westerners. The couple comes to the bar, and every local around puts their attention on the couple. Strangely enough, everyone is smiling as they see Christine walking. At one of the locals' tables, there is a puppet wearing Christine's dress that night when she first came to the bar. Christine notices it, and the couple gets baffled by it. The waitress greets them and welcomes them back to the bar. She gives Neil's passport back to him, but she claims that they don't have Christine's passport. Neil tells the waitress about the choking incident, but she says that they are only being kinky for drinking the substance from the bar. Christine shouts at the waitress for giving them the drink, but she insists that it is her choice, and Christine asked for it. The crowd of locals gathers around and smiles at Christine, making her uncomfortable. The couple immediately walks away from the bar. Outside, the local children play around Christine, but they just ignore it and proceed to leave. Back to the tourist house, the couple prepares to leave as Neil finally finds a fisherman who is willing to take them to the mainland. There the couple just drank a drink given by Samantha. As Christine is about to leave, she thanks Samantha for the drink since it made her feel better. Samantha then utters that the necklace also made Christine better, as it's the island magic. Christine asks Samantha if she believes in the island magic. Samantha claims that in the past, she got sick and found treatment in different countries. She claims that the island magic made her feel better. Christine says that she's not a believer in the necklace, so she offers to give it to Samantha. But Samantha says that Christine should keep it for good luck. Later, the couple is waiting for the departure of the fisherman's boat on the dock. The other fisherman is slicing the stomach of a fish beside them. Christine borrows Neil's phone to call their relatives. She cannot find a signal, so she walks away from the dock to get reception. As Neil is left alone on the dock, he suddenly gets into a hypnotized state. The fisherman whispers something into him. Right then, he picks up the sharp knife and begins slicing his stomach. After that, he pulls out his intestines and disembowels himself as a result. Meanwhile, Christine sees Neil's footage, declaring that they are about to die on the island, prompting her to rush back to the dock. There she finds Neil already dead as he falls to the sea. She screams in terror and suddenly passes out. She soon wakes up, only to find herself back in the tourist house. She frantically searches for Neil on the dock, but he is not there. At the same time, the boat is not there, and the seawater is gone because of the low tide. An investigator asks her what happened. She narrates how Neil died and fell into the sea, but the investigator seems not to believe her. They then ask the fisherman, and the fisherman claims that Christine is alone on the dock. Christine begins being frantic again, so Samantha calms her down. Later, Christine hallucinates while walking near the dock. She sees Neil's body along the shore, but it's gone when she walks near it. She then finds dead bodies covered in dirt. Right at that moment, Samantha calls her, and she wakes up from her hallucination. Samantha says that Neil calls on the phone, so she immediately tries to talk to him, but she only hears static noises as the phone loses signal reception. Christine begins to think there's something mysterious messing up with her, so she asks Samantha to bring her back to the bar. Along the way, Christine sees a statue of her face. They eventually arrive at the bar, and Christine walks in alone. She only finds a ringing telephone inside, and she answers it. The surroundings turn dark suddenly, and the creepy woman appears behind her. She asks them where's Neil. They attempt to utter a word, but there's no voice since their mouths are sewn together. She attempts to open up the creepy woman's mouth, and the blood splatters towards her, causing her to pass out again. She eventually wakes up and finds herself back in the tourist house. She asks Samantha how she gets back there. Samantha replies that she collapsed in front of them. Christine walks to the mirror and suddenly feels stomach pain. She dreams that the creepy women are letting her give birth. She gets back into reality, and Samantha arrives to check on her. Samantha claims that Neil is still alive, and Christine only hallucinates about his death. Samantha says that Neil decided to go far away from Christine in fear that he might hurt her again. After that, Samantha brings Christine back to the local doctor. The doctor says that Christine is pregnant, but she can't believe it, saying that it's impossible. They then take a look at Christine's ultrasound, which shows a baby inside her. The electricity suddenly malfunctions. The ultrasound image of the baby turns into a monster. She becomes frantic again after seeing it, so the doctor attempts to inject something into her, but she runs away from the doctor. She soon encounters the investigator again. He offers her a ride to the mainland because the storm is coming on the island, but she refuses it since she needs to find her husband first. After that, she continues to wander around the island until she arrives back in the tattoo shop. She asks the artist how she is alive after being killed by her husband. The artist explains that she currently stays in the spiritual plane, as the spirits are preparing her for the final ritual. The artist adds that the corpse oil drank by Neil allowed the islanders to manipulate him into killing Christine and burying her under the ground to be a sacrifice. It turns out, the islanders have been burying pregnant women for years in exchange for a wish. The artist then reveals that the islanders are about to sacrifice Christine to protect the island from the incoming storm. Right then, the artist's son coughs in his bed. She says that her son is about to die, so she needs Christine's necklace to heal him. Christine tells the artist to help her first, before giving them the necklace. The local doctor knocks on the tattoo shop, so the artist tells Christine to hide. It seems that the local doctor knows the artist is hiding Christine away, so he lets the artist drink the corpse oil. The artist gets manipulated into killing herself. After the doctor leaves, Christine walks out, and she witnesses how the artist stabs herself using the sharp metal. She then runs away from the shop out of fear. She encounters Samantha outside, and Samantha offers a ride to the ferry station. Along the way, Samantha's daughter utters that they are not driving toward the ferry station. Christine also knows about it, and she reveals that she notices Samantha seems to be ignorant about ultrasound. She then figures out that the young girl is not Samantha's daughter. She asks the young girl about her mother, and the young girl reveals that her real mother is already dead after being sacrificed. At this point, Christine learns that Samantha is an accomplice of the islanders for making sacrifices. Apparently, Samantha is a firm believer in the sacrifice because it treated her cancer. Samantha then tells Christine to be grateful because the island gave her a child. Christine angrily asks about her husband, and Samantha finally reveals that Neil really killed himself in front of Christine. At this point, Christine wears her seatbelt. She then shoots Samantha using the gun she got from the tattoo shop. The car crashes, and Christine walks away from it, leaving the young girl alone in the car. She runs to the woods, and the islanders wearing white clothes abduct her. The islanders then put her in front of a monument. She wakes up, and it is already dark. She opens the gate of the monument and enters it. There the islanders wearing white clothes welcome her. She attempts to escape, but an old woman puts her to sleep, using a magic powder. She soon wakes up, only to find herself tied to a pillar. The waitress appears, telling her that she has an option to leave, but she refuses to do so. The waitress insists that being sacrificed in the ritual is her own choice. The doctor says that her child is partly from her husband, and partly from the island. After that, the waitress begins the ritual by sewing her eyes together. She then dreams of a beach with her husband, and he declares that their child is a girl. Suddenly, Neil shouts at her to wake up. She wakes out of the dream, and manages to untie herself. She fights back against the islanders. The storm is about to come, and the waitress tells the islanders to let Christine choose to be the sacrifice. Christine asks a local where his boat is, and the local points it out. The young girl convinces Christine to stay because if she leaves, all of the island's inhabitants will die from the storm. But Christine still runs away and rides the boat to leave the island. Eventually, the storm ravages the island, claiming the lives of the islanders, indicating the sacrifices failed. The rescuers come to the island, and they find Christine in the boat, floating in the middle of the sea. A rescuer comes to check her pulse and declares her death. The rescuer finds her necklace, picks it up, and places her body along with the dead bodies of the islanders. The rescuer puts back the necklace inside Christine's body bag. In the end, Christine's eyes open up as she's revived and set free from the spiritual world by the magic necklace. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.